Hello, everyone, and welcome to Music on the Menu, the interview portion. As you know, David Diaz is doing his Music on the Menu series, and we're here diving in, getting into a little bit behind the inspiration, behind his songs, and everything that comes about music on the menu. So how are you, David?
I'm good. I'm excited to eat some of my favorite things from the infusion tea menu.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm excited too. I heard this blueberry grilled cheese is like the bomb, the fan favorite. So I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm gonna take a first bite and then I'm gonna ask you what inspired you behind Only I Get Sad.
Yeah, so Only I Get Sad was kind of like my first release after I finished my EP. And it was like my first song that kind of sounded different because my EP was more like R&B and like hip hop influenced, but with Only I Get Sad it was more like 80s and like retro influenced. So
I love that vibe with your voice.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do it, and the only reason why I left the original sound that I was doing was because it fit that particular project at that time. So I knew that with the things that I wanted to talk about, like with mental health and just like, you know, the human experience, I thought that it would sound good in a nostalgic sort of package. Mm-hmm. So I put it into like an 80s sound. So
that's really cool. Like, with that being said, what does your creative process look like? Like, do you do anything specific? Do you have any, like, what's the word, rituals?
Not even. I just get inspired and then I'll just like, I usually don't write anywhere else but at home. So like I'll get an idea and I'll write it down or like I'll record something. And then when I get home, I actually like fully kind of just like go into it and then I'll write it in like 10 minutes or an hour or something.
Do you have a specific area where you write or is it all over the house?
It's mostly just in my room. Like I'll either be on my bed or like at my desk, like on my computer or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just in my room usually.
That's a vibe. Your room's probably a vibe.
I mean, for me, like for other people, it's probably really boring.
For you to get all your inspiration for your songs, I imagine like your room's probably it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, everything I've recorded has been, I think, like 99.9% in my room.
Oh,
the
wow.
only other time I've recorded outside of that is if I was like at school, like at Valencia or something, and I used like one of the practice rooms there. Or if I had to be like out somewhere else and record, but most of the time I'm just at home, like on my bed or like on the thing, yeah.
In your most natural element, because that's where you wake up, that's where you sleep, that's where you probably think a lot.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. So what do you hope your audience can get from the song?
From Only I Get Sad, the original intention with that song, from the moment I wrote it, was just for people to feel comfortable with admitting that they're not okay and just like feeling okay with being vulnerable and knowing that saying that you're sad or there's something wrong doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means that you're strong for being willing to admit that not everything is fine and that you do have your downs and that not everything is supposed to be perfect, which is why in the song it says, that's why the chorus is Only I Get Sad in the summer, because it's like when you are honest about your feelings and no one else around you is, sometimes you feel like you're the only one who isn't okay because everyone else is putting up some sort of facade.
Yeah, to kind of protect themselves from being sad, because being vulnerable, I mean, it's scary.
Yeah, it is. But once you do it, it's easier. And for me, it's like, when you're vulnerable, people can really hold less against you because all your shit is out on the table. So it's like, you can't judge me on this because I already have acknowledged it. So like at that point, if somebody makes fun of you for like, you know, your stuff, you just look like a dumbass. So
yeah, you kind of look like an asshole.
It's like, I'm already over that. Like I conquered my shit. Like you're just making me look, you just look bad.
Yeah.
So.
And then it's like when you do admit, you know, how you're feeling, it kind of allows other people to open up because you're so comfortable with yourself with being vulnerable. It allows other people to feel comfortable, which I think is really, really powerful because all of us feel these emotions, and that's how we connect, is when we really get deep and vulnerable,
Yeah.
like we're saying, and I think it's great how this message can really like help people relate and connect, because it's like only I get sad, but really everyone gets sad.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it's, what is the word? Like the
duality.
I'm trying to think of like a figurative language term where it's like the opposite.
Oh, the like antithesis, like.
You were all knew all the stuff at school. So if you guys didn't know, me and David were in philosophy class together. So
Philosophy buddies for life.
Yeah, this is our natural element.
Having our little Socrates cafe, but just with actual food.
Yeah, we love like talking about philosophy and eating food. That's our thing. So next question. If you could collaborate with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Okay, I'll do one dead, one alive.
Or one imaginary? I'm just kidding.
I don't know anyone imaginary besides Bing Bong from, what is it? Inside Out. I was like, that's the only imaginary character I know.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie.
Yeah. I actually think Amy Winehouse would be really interesting. Like, I think she's an amazing songwriter. I think she would be fun to work with. So definitely Amy Winehouse, probably for dead.
What do you like about her songs?
I can't necessarily say that I like her songs. I just like, because I mean, they're good, like, objectively, I think they're good. But, like, subjectively, I just don't really connect with them because they're so personal to her.
Right.
And I haven't really gone through the same sort of things that she has. But I still think that they're brilliant in terms of the way that they're written. So in that case, like, I'd be like, I would definitely want to write with her. For alive, you know, I don't think I've ever said Charlie Puth. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Hey, putting it out there. Charlie Puth! Charlie Puth! Tag, everyone tag.
Oh my gosh. No, yeah, I think those would be my two for right now. But it'll change next week, honestly. Or by tomorrow. Or by the time I finish writing this, honestly. Woo!
So David, what is your favorite song to perform?
Only I Get Sad.
Oh,
That's
really?
the one, yeah, it's the one everyone knows the most.
How ironic.
I know, for real. But I think it's because it's the one everyone knew first. Like, whenever I perform it, people sing along to that one more than anything.
I know all the words. Literally, I think it was like, how long ago did you put it out? I don't know. That was like, no, during Foxtail time. That's a song I would show everyone.
Yeah, that song was the OG.
That's a song I showed Tomas. That's the first David Diaz song.
The intro.
Tomas. What about that song makes you?
I think it's just the simplicity of the song. It's just like on a music level, it's just like the easiest one to like sing along with. And
So you feel like when everyone else sings along with you, it's like this interconnection?
yeah, because with the other ones, they're a lot more intense and less like chill than Only I Get Sad is. So it's more likely for people to sing along with that one. But yeah, it's just really fun. Like whenever it comes on, like I see people like getting ready to sing and they're like, oh, I know this one.
Aww.
So it's fun.
So now a little bit more personal question. What is the best advice you've been given?
It sounds generic, but it's actually just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean that you should. Like, you know, just being yourself and not following the crowd, like going against the grain. She's really enforced that in me when I was a kid. Even though it didn't really take, because I obviously felt like an outcast a lot, which isn't her fault.
Right.
But yeah, I would say the fact that she did still enforce that in me, at least I'm glad I have it now and have finally realized it. Because I don't think I'd be where I am or who I am without her telling me those things.
Well, that's great. Like your mom is basically like, your individuality is what makes you amazing, and like now here you are.
Because it's true, like the people that you remember in life, at least, are like the ones who are so like authentic to who they are because they stand out. Like at least I can say like the people in my life, like you, like my manager, these people. The cameras can't see them, but like Tomas and Amanda, it's like everyone to me like has their own like vibe and energy, and like they're authentic and original and unique. And there are some people who are literally just like, I can't remember Becky from like Melissa. Like they're just all basic and the same. And I'm not saying like being basic is a bad thing, but it's just like,
we're not saying anything is like.
No, but there are some people who
were. Sorry to cut you
off. No,
off.
you're good.
But just going off what you said, from what I'm understanding that you're basically explaining is that if they were able to allow themselves to be authentic, then
Sometimes people purposefully try to be like everyone else because one, it's easier, and two, like it makes you stand out less. Because I think people are afraid to stand out, so they're just like, let me do what everyone else is doing, let me wear what everyone else is wearing so that I don't look or feel different. Because when you are yourself, you're not gonna look the same or be the same as everybody else. You're gonna stand out. And for some people, that's a hard thing to do, so they just try to like go with the flow. And it's just like, you can do that if you want, but like I prefer to just be myself, and anyone who sticks and like likes me for who I am can stay, and anyone who doesn't can just keep walking. So.
Well, David, thank you so much for sharing all of that with us. And if you haven't already, check out Music on the Menu, David's Only I Get Sad video at Infusion Tea. Thank you, David.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for eating it. Did you enjoy the sandwich?
Yes, I'm gonna off camera.
No, for real. I'm gonna eat this too, but it's like stuck to the plastic, so let me not just, I'm gonna do that, but also off camera.
Oh yeah. Maybe exclusive content
on OnlyFans.
All right.
But thank you, I appreciate it.
Bye, everyone.